Today we are going to be bringing a channel classic to Madden 25, and I put together a team of only undrafted players. And today we are going to see how this team can do on its own, and then we are going to rebuild this team, which definitely needs a quarterback, but we are obviously going to be rebuilding it with undrafted players. Now I have some weird rules to this, in case you haven't seen the original, which we'll get to in a second, but I am super excited to get into this, so I'm going to keep this intro short. Just a couple things I want to say. If you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like on it. Sounds stupid, but it really does help out the channel. No like goal today, just because I don't really feel like it, but leave a like if you enjoy. It helps YouTube know that people are enjoying the video. I wanted to say a different word other than enjoy, because I just said it like 5 times, but whatever. And be sure to subscribe if you like Madden rebuilds, because that is literally all I do on the channel, and trying to hit 100K by the end of the year. You know, you can say you were an OG of the channel for when we inevitably hit 10 million subscribers. Definitely. And very last thing, let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down in the comments. No shout out for this one, because this is something I said I would do and I've just done before, but either way, let me know what you want to see. But without further ado, let me explain the rules real quick. So obviously we can only add players who went undrafted, or we can, you know, sign players immediately after they go undrafted, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like, there's had to be they couldn't have been drafted. But there is one weird rule I have that I've been doing whenever I do undrafted rebuilds. That is, I am allowed to draft, which sounds insane, but I am allowed to draft players that are projected to go undrafted. The reason I do that is so this challenge is possible. Because if there's a good projected undrafted player, they won't actually go undrafted, which would make it so we could pretty much never add good players to this team and never become good and go like 4-13 every year, and I don't think that would be very much fun. So I know it's weird to draft in the no drafting rebuild, but we're drafting undrafted players so they don't get stolen. But we'll obviously also sign players who do actually go undrafted, and they're not going to be very good, so this should be a ton of fun. And we are going to see how good this team can be by the end of this, because I legitimately do not remember how these go. So by the end of year 5, we will see what overall this team will be. But let's finally get into this. Let's honestly just get straight to the end of year 1, and it's going to be interesting to see how this team does. There is actually one more thing to think about here. Do we want to start the somehow Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley? Does that show up on his resume or whatever you want to call it? Oh, it doesn't. Was it because he was a replacement or whatever? I don't know. I don't know how that works. We could start him, or do we want to start Tommy DeVito? Probably Huntley. I've seen Tyler Huntley do pretty well in this game before, so there is a legitimate shot that he could develop into our starter of the future. But let's finally get into this. Let's get to the end of the year, and we will have to see how this team can do. Okay, we finished 6-11, pretty much unsurprisingly. Like, this isn't a great team, obviously. At least not yet. We had the worst offense in the league, and surprisingly, our defense was okay. I thought that would be the other way around. I mean, I know I said quarterback was our concern. I just have horrible experiences with the Ravens defensive playbook in Madden, so I thought it was gonna suck. But let's check out our season stats. So Tyler Huntley was not great. 2,800 yards, 15 touchdowns, 11 picks. That's rough. Ooh, and our run game was horrible. Raheem Mostert only had 190 attempts and only 3.7 yards per carry. Well, hopefully Jalen Warren can be good. I was thinking about starting him, but he also kind of suffers the same fate as most running backs in this game, where they're like a good overall, but they just don't play well at all. But Jacoby Myers, 850-ish yards, led the team. And I was gonna bench our worst performing lineman at the midseason, which it was pretty predictably La'el Collins. I just forgot to bench him, but I've seen worse, to be fair. I guess we hardly passed, so 13 is probably like 23 if we didn't only pass 390 times. Wait, that's actually crazy. Hold on. Oh my god. The Bears still have the Justin Fields offense in Madden? I didn't know that. Well, hopefully they change that, but they probably won't because it's not Mutt. But we're gonna need a new left tackle. But Ivan Pace led the team with 114 tackles, 101 for TJ Edwards. TFL's 12 for Autry, 11 for Huff, and sacks. I don't know if I've ever seen Bryce Huff get this many sacks in Madden. He normally gets like 2 whenever I have him, but he had 10.5 here. I cheated a little bit. I gave him traits, which for some reason he had none. I think he had undisciplined penalty. Wait, did it not save? I guess it didn't matter. It seems like traits do have an effect sometimes in Madden. I genuinely don't know for sure if they do. I guess he didn't need them though. I thought I gave him. I definitely did give them to him. I don't know what happened, but Danico Autry, 5.5 sacks, 4.5 for Luvu, and interceptions. 4 for Kenny Moore led the team, 2 for Pace, Edwards, and Ward. one for Wingard. Definitely an interesting first season here. MVP goes to Joe Burrow. I forgot to delete Lamar Jackson, so now the Titans are gonna have a QB for this whole thing. Great. But no Ravens for any major award. Again, kinda unsurprisingly. Bryce Huff at number 2 for best linebacker, but let's get into this rebuild. We definitely have some things we need to fix, so let's get to the draft. We'll check free agency in later years. Right now, there wouldn't be much of a point because we already have pretty much all the best undrafted players in real life. So let's just get straight to the draft and we will see what we want to do. But now in the draft, I should also mention another rule. We're not allowed to trade down. I thought it would be a little broken if we had too many draft picks because, you know, we're realistically probably going to be picking players that wouldn't go undrafted but are projected to go undrafted. Oh my God, I hate how this works. Let me pause it, even though I have the draft clock off. I can't speak. I forgot what I was talking about, I'm not gonna lie. But let's see what we want to do with our first pick. Honestly, I didn't really find a single player that's like decent, so hold on, there is one receiver I focus scouted I thought looked good. Where is he? Okay, he's a day 3 player, never mind. Let's see, Will Crockett is a 3rd to 4th round talent. I'm not gonna spend too much time on these drafts because there isn't gonna be anyone very good here, but there could be. That's what we're hoping for. But Will Crockett, good blocking tight end, so we'll take him. It gave me a B+. Also, his face is really fat, but he's only 257 at 6'6", but he looks really good for a guy that's projected to go undrafted, and we'll see what his dev trait is. Played college basketball for I've never read the scouting reports before. That's interesting. But round 2, should we take the receiver or is there a better one? I don't know. Usually there are solid UDFA receivers. I just don't see one this year. Let's see. There's Shaquem Smith with B deep route running. We kind of have a lot of slot receivers, but no deep threats. At least not many. I don't know if he looks great. Let's just go with Joe Daniels. Generic name. Is that going to be the last pick I show this year? I don't know if there's like anyone else here that I have scouted that's actually draftable. There were no QBs. We should take a quarterback. I don't know. Should we though? Let's see. Can you sort? I don't know this yet. Can you sort by throw power? Or no, because it's not a scoutable trait. Would that be in physicals? I think it would be. Yeah. So elite throw power. And let's see. Speed. Lewis and Patton both have good speed. I mean, we're getting a UDFA talent player either way, but Logan Lewis, elite acceleration, elite throw power, good speed, great jumping. His ratings are horrible, but we might start him. We'll see. We'll take him at the very least. Gonna be like ranked 350 or something. No, 209. Okay. Wait, 209's undrafted? Huh. Well, we'll see what his overall is, but all I know is 94 throw power, 85 speed, 91 excel. Sounds good to me. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. Obviously, I took every pick to make sure, you know, we were getting projected UDFAs. Most of them weren't great, as expected, to be fair, but our first 2, of course, are pretty decent. Will Crockett, 72 overall. Hidden dev, probably X factor because he's a blocking tight end, so we'll start him. And then Joe Daniels, 72 overall. He's good. A day 3 player is a 72 overall, though. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I'm sure y'all know, but I don't even use the very strong draft classes just because they're too unrealistic. If so many people didn't complain about it, I would definitely just use the normal draft classes because they're the most realistic, but that makes me wonder what a day 3 player would be in very strong draft classes. Are there like consistent like 74 overalls in the 5th round or something? I don't know. But Logan Lewis, the quarterback, I wish he had a dev trait, but of course, a few insane ratings just needs to be more refined, I guess. He's honestly not good at most things, but he's an insane athlete, so that's cool. And then the rest of the draft was whatever. I don't think we got another dev trait, unfortunately, but Daniel Hobbs in the 7th round was decent, 69 overall. I just picked the fastest receiver available, so that worked, I guess. But let's get into year 2, and we're gonna do some interesting stuff this year. We could be worse this year than we were last year, but we're gonna set ourselves up better for the future this year. But okay, here's a look at the team heading into year 2. Up to an 83 overall, like we developed, and we should develop even more this year because we're gonna be starting more young players this year. We are, of course, gonna give the rookie Logan Lewis a shot here. Now, shouldn't have been drafted, but maybe will prove eventually that he deserved to be drafted. Now, of course, he's gonna have to actually play well, and I don't know if this is the best scheme fit. He is fast, but I don't know. I don't know that he's actually gonna be a good runner, even though he should be. Like, he has good rushing stats, but I don't know. We'll have to see how he does. Could be good, could be horrible, could be somewhere in between. I'm gonna guess somewhere in between. between, but hopefully he can develop. And I think I'm going to play it risky this year. I don't think I'm going to set quarterback as our focus position again. We are going to bet on Lewis or a good UDFA being available after the draft, because I don't know if I've ever seen a good undrafted quarterback in Madden, especially not one that actually went undrafted, but I'm even talking like one that's projected to go undrafted and then gets picked. I've never seen that. The best I've seen is like day 3. I've maybe seen a 3rd to 4th round guy, but they got picked. So I just don't think it's worth it. I think we'll focus scout O-line because I'm very worried about this O-line. I mean, this would be a solid group in real life. Well, I don't know about the tackle duo, but I mean, Alaric Jackson's fine. But in Madden, this group just isn't going to play well, especially Lyle Collins. He showed that last year. Oh yeah, and on defense, Bryce Huff got Superstar X Factor, so that's cool. Kenny Moore got Superstar. So we got a few dev traits. Now up to an 87 on defense. So I'm not even really going to touch this defense throughout the rebuild, other than maybe the D-line, because Michael Pierce is getting old, and we'll probably need a corner eventually, but there are always a lot of good UDFA corners, so that shouldn't be hard. But all right, enough yapping about the team. Let's get into the year. And again, there's a world where we're a lot worse this year, than we were last year, but I guess there is a chance we're better. We'll just have to see. That was the most like nothing sentence ever. There's a chance we're worse. There's a chance we're better. But like I'm just saying, I legitimately don't know. So let's get to the midseason and we will see what happens. All right, we are 2-5 or 2-4 at the midseason, which is a little unlucky because we started out 2-0. Something weird I've found in this game. I don't know if this is just complete like conspiracy theory type stuff, but I feel like if you sim game by game, it gives you a better shot of winning, because I simmed this game on its own and then this game on its own because I wanted to get to week 3 to set my like 2-star scout focus position. And then I obviously simmed from here to the midseason and we lost every game since then. I don't know, probably just a conspiracy theory. This, like I've said a million times, this game is so weird that it makes me a conspiracy theorist, but it always happens. I don't know why. And our offense is really struggling, but our defense is really good. Like I noticed that in the stats. We've been winning, or I guess losing, really close games, which I guess sometimes can be a show of good offense and bad defense, but they've been low scoring, really close games. So our offense is just not doing anything. I mean, we're averaging like 13 points in the last 4 games. So I think we're already going to change this offensive playbook. And I want to go really pass heavy, and I want to use our rookie tight end. Wait, is his dev trait revealed? It's star. That sucks. Okay, well, I still think I'm going to go with the good old classic Kansas City. I mean, y'all already know why, because it's broken. It's not as broken when I've used it lately for some reason. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I've just had bad offenses, but it's still solid. Logan Lewis is very much not a scheme fit for it. We'll just stick with the spread scheme. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, our defense has been carrying us. And let's see who's underperforming on the offensive line. I'm sure I could guess who it is. Yep, Lyle Collins is leading the team in sacks. Not as many as I thought, to be fair, but still on pace for like 12 allowed, something like that. David Andrews also isn't doing great. Let's throw Alaric Jackson at right or left tackle and Daniel Brunskill at left guard. Oh, great. I wanted interior O-line to be our focus position for this year. Weaknesses of the draft: left guard, center, the top 2. I mean, I guess I don't know how much that matters, because I think that just means like there aren't any that are projected to go super high in the draft, so I don't know if that really affects us, but I guess we'll find out. And I already have to re-sign a ton of players, so this will be fun. But let's get to the end of the year, and we will see how we finish. Okay, well, I guess my prediction at the beginning of the year, even though it was obvious, wasn't right. I said we would either be better or worse. We finish exactly the same at 6-11, which is fine. That's what we expected. But what was weird is in the second half of the year, our defense randomly fell off a cliff and our offense at least got a little better, but I don't know what happened to our defense. Not like that's anything new in Madden. That literally always happens every single year. If you're good at offense in the first half of the year and bad on defense in the first half of the year, that'll flip by the end of the year, and both usually come back to the middle. In certain years, again, I have a theory that like each year is coded different, where certain things are like scripted to happen. Some years it just feels like no matter what you do, you can't win. And some years, no matter what you do, you can't really be bad. It's so interesting. But Logan Lewis, all right, rookie year, did better than Tyler Huntley by a little bit. 3,400 yards, 24 touchdowns, 15 picks, got sacked 41 times. Jalen Warren, See, this is what I was talking about. 989 yards, that's cool. 7 touchdowns, but 3.9 yards per carry. Didn't he have like, let me see. I know stats or whatever, but didn't he have like like he had 5.3 yards per carry this year in real life, behind a worse O-line in real life. I mean, the Steelers did not have a good line, obviously. Mostly in pass protection, but like just not good overall. Also, Logan Lewis was not a very good runner, 3.5 yards per carry. Jacoby Myers, 880 yards, 12 touchdowns, 800 for Bourne, 700 for Crockett. He was solid. Oh, yeah, okay. Alaric Jackson, or AJ Jackson, I guess, allowed 12 sacks in 679 snaps. I feel like my strategy doesn't work as well this year. My strategy is always, as I'm sure most of y'all know, if we have an O-lineman that's underperforming at the midseason, bench him for a lower overall player, and that lower overall player will always do better. But for some reason, that doesn't work. But simulation is like exactly the same with everything else this year. But that strategy doesn't work anymore. I don't know why. I mean, no, it makes sense. You shouldn't be able to put a lower overall player in and have him do better. But it's just weird that it feels different, because it was like an automatic 100% of the time thing in Madden 24 that it would work. I don't know. Terrence Steele also sucked, but not as bad as Alaric Jackson. Ivan Pace led the team with 113 tackles, 111 for Edwards, TFL 17 for Pierce, 15 for Luvu, 11 for Huff, and sacks, pretty good. 8 for Pierce and Luvu, 6 for Huff, much worse than last year, but what else is new? And then interceptions, 3 for Reed Blankenship, 2 for Edwards and Bell, and then 1 for Ward. I highly doubt we're going to have anyone for any award. And of course, Joe Burrow wins MVP because we're a division rival of the Bengals. That's what always happens in simulation. It makes your division rivals do better, which is annoying. Yep, Steelers Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, Logan Lewis wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I did not think he would. He was not that good, but he does take it. That's really surprising. A Browns player at 2. If we would have gotten beat by a Browns player, I would have probably, I don't even want to think about what I would have done. Will Crockett at number 3, and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Not a division rival, surprisingly, but no Ravens up here. We didn't really have any defensive rookies, but all right. Oh, wait, I do think we maybe hit this first round pick expectations. I think it was 600 yards and I don't remember how many touchdowns. It might have been 8, so I don't know if we did hit that. Let me see. I don't think it gives you anything negative if you don't hit it. Disappointed. Damn it. So it must have been like 608 or something. That would have been pretty cool, though. I don't even know what that gives. I don't think I've ever hit that. At least not yet. But all right, let's get into the second offseason here. And once again, we'll see what we want to do in the draft. But okay, in the draft, we pick at number 9 this year. I mean, that doesn't really matter. It's not like we can take anyone good with this pick anyways, but obviously we didn't focus scout QBs this year. There are some with B awareness, which is interesting. What's your throw power? Good. Dante Waddell could be decent. We'll think about him. And then who is the other one? TJ Hartman. Okay, marginal throw power. I like Waddell more, but I think Hartman might be more accurate. A short accuracy. My game's been doing this today. I close out of that and then it just shows nothing. It didn't do that before. I don't know where that came from. Oh wait, Waddell also has a short accuracy, so we might think about taking him as at least as a fine backup. We'll take a chance. Unfortunately, though, there just weren't any good UDFA linemen. There were a couple day 3s like Calhoun and Holiday, but that's it. No centers. I wish we could take this guy, first to second round talent Shane Goddard, but he's projected to be drafted. Let's see. I focus scouted tight ends. Are they good? One of them's solid, Barnett. And let's see. I focus scouted a receiver, another slot guy, 3rd to 4th round talent. You know what? I think he's the best player on the board other than the tight end. Oh no, I forgot to pause it. Well, let me, we'll figure something out there. We'll just trade him away for like a first next year or something. That's fine. This game is so buggy, man. Okay, now let's take Truman out of Ole Miss. Ooh, wait, this guy isn't better. He's A, catching traffic, B, catching. I guess he's a slot receiver with only C short route, to be fair, but, and he ran a 4.39 and a 4.32 at his pro day. Has great speed, elite acceleration. Let's take him. I mean, this isn't even that horrible of a pick, to be fair. It's the 2nd round and he's okay, well, I think he's a 3rd round talent. Or no, I guess a 4th, but could be worse. Now, let's see. Let's go with the tight end, Christopher Barnett. We'll take another swing at maybe an X-Factor tight end. Elite strength, of course. Really good blocker. This could be let's see. Will this be an actual good pick? It could be, because he's 3rd to 4th. I guess we're early 3rd, though, so it couldn't be, but it should be maybe close. Ranked 81, got him at 73. Okay, that's like gonna be the only solid pick of this rebuild. Let's see. Should we go with the QB or one of the linemen here? We'll take a chance on Waddell out of Eastern Michigan, or I guess maybe it's Waddle. I don't know. It's spelled Waddell, so probably Waddell. But yeah, good accuracy, good throw power, good awareness, good play action. I mean, he's probably not as good as he looks, but I don't know, man. We'll take him. Dev trait, that's really what I'm hoping for here. I mean, we did get Offensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, he's not good. He's ranked 289. All right. Does have hidden dev, though. Oh, that puts us in a bad spot. I almost wish I didn't take him, because now I'm going to want to start him, but that could be risky. We'll see. We'll see what his overall is. I can't remember what the QB we took last year was, though, what his overall was. And let's see. Let's go with one of the linemen here. We'll go with Derek Calhoun. Dev trait, ranked 170, got him at 137. Normal dev, damn it. Jalen Holiday, dev trait. Oh, really close to solid pick. It gave us a C-, even though it was ranked 171. Got him at 169. No dev trait. That's tough. And you know what? I guess I'm just showing every pick this year. There was one draftable defensive end. Is he still here? He is not. Okay. Let's see. Braxton Hawkins looks pretty good at corner. Oh, I wish he had better awareness, but he is B press, B zone, ran a 4.35, great speed and acceleration. The only problem is he is 23 and again, bad awareness, but we'll take him. Could be decent. Rank 157, got him at 201. Sure. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. We, of course, have to trade away Barrow. That sucks because he's not a bad player. 75 hidden dev. I don't even know what we can get for him, though. I mean, this is just the game's fault. I'm just going to take a first-round pick back. No team can afford him, though. That would actually need him. Oh, my God. All right. We'll do something with him. But Jay Truman is a 72 overall, good receiver. He's solid. What's surprising is he is a slot receiver with hidden dev, which they almost always have normal, so that's cool. And then Christopher Barnett is the best player we've drafted so far, a 73 overall. Of course, hidden dev. I honestly might start him just to see if he does have, you know, superstar or X Factor or something. Dante Waddell honestly isn't that good. 65 overall. If he was like a 67 or 8, then I would maybe give him a shot, but we'll see if our QB last year did get a dev trait. If he didn't, then maybe we'll try Waddell, but I don't know. And then Calhoun's fine, Holiday's fine, and Hawkins is fine. So I'll also check if there are any good, you know, players that actually went undrafted, but let's get into year 3, and we'll see if we can be a little better this year. We're going to start a lot of young players again, really trying to develop the, you know, little bit of talent we can get, but I guess this was never meant to be an easy challenge. What would really be cool is an X Factor, but I've seen an X Factor UDFA like once. 90% of them just have normal dev. But here's a look at the team heading into year 3. Now up to an 83 overall. Looking good. I'm again starting a lot of younger players. I guess not a lot, but a few that I want to try to develop. I'm starting some younger linemen because, I mean, the O-line isn't great anyways. I don't know if I want to start Breston at left tackle because he's a 68, but it's not like we've had good left tackle play anyways, so maybe? I don't know. I've seen some lower overall players really develop in this year's game just from playing, so maybe, I don't know. But we're going to start Truman at receiver and then Barnett at tight end. The only, you know, negative about that is Crockett went up to superstar dev, but Barnett might have it too. And he has a shot at winning offensive rookie of the year. I guess we'll know pretty soon if he does have, you know, superstar or whatever he has. His dev trait's almost revealed, so if he only has star, I might just put Crockett back in. We'll see. But probably the most important thing about the offseason is Logan Lewis went up to star dev. Definitely more accurate now. Still only 65 deep accuracy and 63 awareness, but he's developing as a scrambler, I guess, so that's fine. And then, of course, the defense is still good. We just haven't really done much to it yet because we haven't really needed to. It's just this offense. But yeah, the defense should be good, so it probably won't be good, but it should be good. It has been, for the most part. Actually, it really hasn't been. It started good last year, but it got a lot worse. We'll see what happens. Let's get to the midseason point, and we will see. Again, not expecting a whole lot, but we should get development. And that's what we're looking for in these first few years. The position I want is interior O-line. 3 weakest positions in the class: center, left guard, right guard. This game hates me. What did I do? We are 2-5 once. This is just gonna be the 2-5 rebuild. If you like 2-5 at the midseason, then this is the rebuild for you, especially if you like finishing 6-11. Well, boy, do I have the rebuild for you. I mean, it's not like we should be much better yet, but it's not like we're by far the worst team or anything. We're definitely not good yet, but we're like as good as the Saints, better than the Patriots, as good as the Raiders at an 83, as good as the Falcons, which if you haven't seen, what was that? My controller's haunted. It's not working now. Ooh, there we go. But if you haven't seen my Falcons rebuild, that was a lot of fun. The team was a little better than an 83 by this point in the rebuild. I won't spoil, but that was maybe the best team I've ever built. It'll probably be on the end screen of this video. It was a ton of fun. But yeah, the team ain't teaming yet. Okay, Logan Lewis isn't great. How's the blocking? Lael Collins, 7 sacks so far. Yeah, that'll do it. But who do we put in? Patrick McCarry, Daniel Brunskill. I don't know. Should we just try Amani Breston and see if he can develop? I really am not confident in that, though. Let's try Patrick McCarry, because he's the highest overall out of that group. I do not think this is going to go well, but we'll try my usual strategy one more time. If it doesn't work, I mean, I might have to give up on it, but hopefully it works. So let's get to the end of the year. I understand why we're not good yet, but it looks like we're really being dragged down by individual bad performances, so we'll see what happens. And by individual bad performances, I mean our left tackles. What is happening? We go 6-11. I can't even speak. 6-11 again. Why? This year our defense was horrible again, despite being actually good on paper. Okay, hold on. There's at least one positive this year. Christopher Barnett has X factor, because of course he does as a blocking tight end. I completely forgot to check after like a game if he had it or not, but I guess I didn't have to check. He developed a crazy amount too. Truman only has star, but we will definitely take that. But let's see what went wrong this year. So Logan Lewis really isn't that good. I thought he could be. He developed at least. Now up to a 79, which it seems like this year it's easier to develop younger players. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, but he developed a lot for not playing that well. I guess playing time is learning experience, so sure. Jalen Warren was solid, 800 yards, 4.1 per carry, 10 touchdowns. That's better than I expected. 900 yards for Barnett, 8 touchdowns as a rookie, so he could win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, not that it'll really matter because he already has X Factor, but we'll see. Shaheed, 800 yards, about 750 for Truman. He was solid. How's the blocking? Okay, Terrence Steele, his best year so far, but still not great. That first year he was pretty solid though, for Madden at least. He honestly hasn't been that bad. Patrick McCarry did better than La'el Collins, but still not great. And then our interior was good. And then we had a good amount of tackles, good amount of TFLs led with 17 by Poona Ford. And then sacks, 13.5 for Frankie Louvu, 6.5 for Huff, 4.5 for Malcolm Roach, and then picks 4 for Ward, 2 for Pace, and then 1 for like 5 different players. Will we be better than 6-11 in a season here, or are we just gonna be 6-11 every year? And of course Lamar wins MVP, just to rub it in my face. But Frankie Louvu at number 3 for Defensive Player of the Year, that's cool. But how about Offensive Rookie of the Year? It's probably gonna be like a quarterback. I saw for MVP, I don't know if this guy's a rookie, but, or well, no, this is NFC, never mind, I'm stupid, but Cole Carr looks like Mac Jones, kinda, a little bit. I don't know. I don't even know if he's a rookie. Could have been drafted last year, but either way, wouldn't matter, not in our conference. Christopher Barnett does win Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's cool. Truman all the way down at 6. I thought he'd be a little higher than that. And then obviously nobody for defensive because we didn't have any. So let's try to not be 6-11 next year. Usually in rebuilds, year 3 is the underperformance season. I have no idea if it's the same in Madden 25, but I guess we'll find out next year. Maybe year 4 will be worse, but hopefully we'll be better. Oh yeah, and let's see if we got any dev traits. I doubt it, but maybe. Did Andre James get star? Did he already have that? He did. I'm stupid. Okay, so no dev traits. Did Barnett get any XP? He got about 8,000. Oh yeah, I guess he was like an 86, so we went up to an 87. That's cool, I guess. Michael Pierce has superstar. Did he have that? He did. Okay, he just regressed a ton. We're gonna need some defensive tackles pretty soon. Poona Ford did get star dev, but it's not great anymore. So this is gonna be an interesting off season, probably our most important yet. The good players we had are starting to regress a lot, so we need to refill out whatever we're losing and still try to find some good offensive players, specifically linemen, of course. But all right, here in the draft, we pick at number 6 and 8 because we didn't get our first round pick last year. Unfortunately, though, I don't know if this is the best draft class ever. Oh my god. Will they ever fix the pause draft thing? I don't know. Or the turn off draft clock, not actually turning it off. But yeah, I don't know what I want to do this year. For offensive linemen, there is not a single draftable projected UDFA. Not even like a day 3 talent. There are some good guards this year though, so I don't know. Like there are 3 straight up first rounders I'm looking at, but obviously we can't pick them. Let's see, I focus scouted a couple tackles, UDFA and UDFA, cool. We might just do the usual strategy of take just whatever players look good, which obviously isn't a bad strategy, but that doesn't really fix our needs. So let's look for a blocking tight end. I focus scouted Barrett, but he's day 3. There was a defensive end that was day 3, Juwan Bolden. He doesn't really look that good though. He has elite agility, but he ran a 4.86 and only 16 bench reps. He has F block shedding. I guess he just has good tackle and good pursuit. B awareness, B power moves, so great first round pick here. Ranked number 178, got him at number 6. This is like the Daniel Jones pick. Nah, well, Daniel Jones was seen as like an early second round pick or something. Let's see, Shaquille Rodriguez is interesting. B-man, C play rec, which is basically A play rec for a corner, A press. The only problem is he is very slow. We do kind of need depth at corner, and I don't know what else to do, so let's take him. How is that a B+? How does the grading scale work? I need it explained to me like I'm 5 years old. Ranked number 115, we got him at 8, and that's a B+. Whatever. Is it just random? It wouldn't surprise me. It seems like it. Oh, I almost took this guy. I was like, wow, this guy looks really good, not realizing he's a first to second round projection. Ooh, severe thunderstorm. That's fun. Can't wait for my power to go out. That's great. This dude looks awful too. F awareness, F pursuit, C to F for most ratings. This is a tough draft. This is like an exceptionally horrible class. Vertical threat tight end with 4.79 speed. No, no thanks. I would just simulate this out, but obviously I can't. Okay, I'll figure out the rest of these picks. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It is like shocking how hard it is to find a decent player here. Okay, here's how we did in the draft. It was a draft for sure. The best player we got was Shaquille Rodriguez. I can't remember. Did I have him scouted or was this just a random pick? I think it was just a random pick, so I guess that was pretty good. I think we do need a corner because ours are getting older. Some might have even retired by now. I guess we'll see. So that was good. I don't want to talk about this pick. He was a linebacker and I moved him to safety because he went up in overall. He's wearing 91. I don't know about that one. And then Terrence Swift, Carl Collins, he was super strong. I think the one hidden dev we got was Jason Tung. Crazy name. I might even start him just to, you know, try to get him developing because hidden devs are rare here. We gotta take advantage of them. I don't know for sure if we're gonna start him, but I might. But let's get into year number 4 already, and hopefully, you know what? At this point, I almost just want to go 6 and 11 again. Well, now that I said that, it's not gonna happen. But I mean, at this point, I just think that's our fate. But okay, here's a look at the team. Still an 83 overall. Our defense is slowly getting worse, but I guess our offense is slowly getting better, so that's cool. I mean, yeah, we're definitely just regressing on defense. We're also gonna start some really young D linemen, like I said, and then our offense should keep developing. Like our offense isn't too old anymore, thankfully. This might be a long rebuild. We'll see. I am really worried about the team this year. I think we might be horrible, but I don't know. We'll just have to find out because we could have a good offense this year. If our defense sucks this year, I'm definitely going to change the playbook though, because I probably already should because it's been so bad and it has no reason to be. The Ravens defense, I do not like. Let's try the Titans. I've seen it be pretty good. We can probably just keep the same scheme. So we'll see how the Titans does. I wouldn't be shocked if it's worse year 1 because that's how, you know, defensive playbooks are in Madden, but we'll see what happens. So let's get to the midseason point of year 4, and I wouldn't be shocked if we're 2-5 again or worse. Okay, we're 0-7. Are we that bad? Are we the worst team in the league still? Is this worth continuing? Maybe this is still too hard. Yeah, we are the lowest overall team in the league still. That's rough. Rare Madden Simulation W though, of course, well, kind of. I mean, we are the worst team in the league with the, you know, worst record. But to be fair, I feel like if it was any other team that was the lowest overall team in the league, they wouldn't be the worst. Because Madden Simulation just hates the team you're using. So that's unlucky. What's the problem this year? Logan Lewis sucks. Jalen Warren sucks. Terrence Steele sucks. Bryce Huff sucks. And we have 4 total picks on defense. That's even more than I expected. All right, well, let's bench Terrence Steele and let's pray, I guess. All right, we finished 4-13. What happened? What went wrong this year? Okay, Logan Lewis got better in the second half of the year, as you would hope. Jalen Warren, we have no option at running back, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's either Jalen Warren or nothing, because you cannot find a good... I mean, you can sometimes turn, like, a first-round running back into a good player, like, they'll start playing well, but as I always say, like, 90% of running backs in this game just, they're terrible for some reason. But Christopher Barnett, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Myers, 800 yards, almost 800 for Truman. Alaric Jackson allowed 15 sacks. That's great. Oh, and Dom Green, who I put in for Terrence Steele, actually did pretty well. I mean, he's still only a 70 overall, but sure, whatever. And then Pace led the team with 136 tackles, decent amount of TFLs and sacks, 9 for Luvu, 7.5 for Huff, 4.5 for Ford. This was definitely a year. But interceptions, 6 for Charvarius Ward, 3 for Edwards, 2 for Pace and Bell, and then 1 for Kenny Moore. Do I even feel like checking awards? I doubt we're gonna have anybody for anything. I mean, maybe, oh, TJ Edwards at number 6 for Defensive Player of the Year, Pace at 9, Luvu at 10, no Charvarius Ward, interesting, and then no rookies. Let's get into the offseason. This is hard. This is harder than I remember. Pause. But in free agency, I wonder if we should look for somebody. Just the problem with looking for, you know, free agents is I don't, you know, have off the top of my head, like, where these players got drafted or if they were undrafted or what, so I don't know. Xavier Gibson might have been undrafted, but he's already 28. Like, there wouldn't be much of a point in adding him. Like, anyone who was undrafted in real life here is probably older now anyways, or I guess 28 isn't super old, but just hard to develop. Ooh, what I could do, hold on. I should have been doing this earlier. Let's just sort by age and look for players with dev traits. I'll have to check if they were actually undrafted or if they got cut. KJ Vernon, star dev, undrafted. Okay, this is what I should be doing. Now, I don't know how many there are gonna be. Ooh, Ray Bates, 74 or 77 overall. It said he was undrafted. Okay, I have a new strategy. I turned cap space off because, you know, the team was getting expensive and it's hard enough as is. I didn't also want to have to worry about the cap space, so I feel like that's fair. Ooh, Barry Boone. Please tell me he was undrafted. Oh, he might not be. Oh, he was. Okay, cool. We get a solid corner. But all right, these are all the players we're going to be going for. Nobody amazing, obviously, but some solid players. I'm surprised there weren't any, like, X-Factor tight ends or anything, but there was a star dev tight end. Mostly, I mean, not mostly, all players with star dev other than Ray Bates. So yeah, I guess mostly. I just forgot about Ray Bates, but should be, I mean, the best free agent class we've had so far because it's the only free agent class we've had so far. But let's see if we can sign these players. We get mostly everybody. Just Boone and Roseman haven't signed yet, and it looks like now they do, so that's huge. Most of these, not most of these, but some of these guys will start immediately, like probably Bates and Boone. So of course, good free agent class, we'll take it, and let's see what we can do in the draft. But all right, here in the draft, gotta remember to pause, but we pick at 2. I don't care, go away. And let's see, would be nice to take one of these guys up here, but we can't, of course. There are no top 5 talents that we have scouted. That's unlucky, but I'm not sure what I want to do here once again. There are like some day 3 defensive ends, I guess. There was a good looking corner as a UDFA. I'm sure there are a few that I just haven't seen yet. Day 3. Ooh, he might be the only good UDFA corner, or even draftable one. I don't know. And then let's see, there was an interesting receiver down here. Also day 3, that sucks. We haven't found anyone better than day 3 since, I don't even know when. It's been a while. But Will Dunn is a playmaker receiver with a deep route running. He ran a 4.24. The only problem is he's already 23. So it's going to be really hard to develop him, even if he does have a good dev trait. Also, he has a lot of F ratings. F stamina is like a deep threat. That's not great. I guess he isn't listed as a deep threat, but I mean, he is. We'll take him. I don't know what else to do. Ranked 146, picked at number 2. Great pick there. He does have hidden. 98 speed, 97 excel. Sure. Let's see. Is there a good blocking tight end this year? There's a vertical threat with A awareness. What do you look like? Good speed? No. Well, he does have listed as good speed, but I was hoping for even better than that. We might take him at some point just because he has A awareness. That's like the only reason. Also, I guess O-line wasn't our focus position. It was one of them, but I set it to D-line because of course it was a weak interior class again, but still I don't see any good linemen. So that's tough. Who else? Did I focus scout a defensive tackle? I think I did. UDFA. Unlucky. All right, I'll make a few more picks. We'll see if we can get anyone decent. Okay, actually that was a good pick. Is this our first round talent of the rebuild? Taylor Matthias, ranked 25, got him at 162. He had elite, I mean, I guess it was acceleration, agility, and change of direction, and then a short route. Everything else doesn't look great, but first round talent, finally, we're gonna start him. We need to develop another player. We're still in the developmental years, which is a little sad, but I guess that makes sense when you're doing a challenge this hard. That was someone I didn't even have focus scouted. I just like to sort by like short route running and medium route running and see if they have anything else that's good. Like, let's see, for UDFAs, there's Sharpton, that's B deep route. Elite acceleration, I don't know if we need another receiver though, and I don't think he's amazing. But that's what my strategy is, kinda. But okay, here's how he did in the draft. mostly nothing else here matters other than Taylor Matthias. Everyone we were picking was ranked like 130 to 180-ish, so they're all like 68 to 70 overalls, except Taylor Matthias, of course. 76 overall, hidden dev, thankfully. Really bad route runner other than his insanely good short route running at an 89 up to a 91 with morale. That's crazy. So very, very interesting player. I might just make him the #1 this year. We'll see. Just to try to get him offensive rookie of the year and try to get like a true great receiver in here. Because that's something we still don't have. I mean, Jacoby Myers has developed a little bit, but he's still, I mean, he's getting old. But anyways, I'll sign some UDFAs and we will see how the team's looking heading into year 5. Okay, we're getting pretty lucky now. Connor Bass, superstar dev as a UDFA. I don't know where we're going to play him because he's 270. That's kind of too small to be a D lineman, but if we move him to edge, he's going to go down to like a 63. We'll just play him on the D line. This isn't a realistic rebuild. That'll be fine. I think that's the first superstar I found, which is a little surprising because I'm going through a lot of players and looking at them here. I guess better late than never, but arguably. I mean, imagine if we had a superstar year 1. They could be like an 80-something overall by now. But we're definitely on the right track here, especially with, you know, a good offseason, or as good of one as you can have with this team, with this challenge. But all right, here we are heading into year 5. We're looking okay, down to an 81, surprisingly, but we should pass that up by a lot this year. We're really going with the young team approach this year. I mean, our whole O-line, other than Andre James, is like 24 or younger. We're going to start Vernon at right tackle because he is star dev, which he's bad, but every lineman we've had so far has been bad, at least at tackle. Oh yeah, and I moved Andre James to left tackle, so we'll see how that goes. I think he was a tackle coming out of UCLA, right? I don't know. And then the defense is, of course, regressing, but we are kind of getting some young players in here. I moved Bass to right end because he was a scheme fit there and it gave him hidden dev, but we already know he has superstar, so we'll see how he does. I made him the #1 rush defensive tackle too, so he'll just be like the #1 overall. But yeah, we're not going to do well in terms of record this year, but hopefully in terms of development at least. So let's get to the mid-season point and hopefully we have a win. That's sad to be asking for at this point, but we got to do what we got to do. Okay, we do have a win at the mid-season here. The Giants are 0-7. Sucks to be them. They're 5 overall better than us and still worse in terms of record, because that makes sense. Logan Lewis is fine so far, doing better than he was at the midseason last year. Jalen Warren is really fallen off. I was thinking about setting running back as a focus position this year, but I was thinking we could get one more year out of Jalen Warren, but I don't know. Not if he's playing like this. And let's see, for blocking, okay, it's not great. James, Vernon, and Bates all suck. Let's see, Vernon's also only developed 1 overall through 7 games as a 67 overall, so that's not great either, but hopefully that changes. I mean, there just isn't a lot I can really do here. We don't really have anyone to bench these players for. And the guys we're starting are the guys I want to start. So we'll just hope that things get better. I once again set O-line as our focus position. It's the 2 weak positions again, but I want to find a good one. I've seen like 2nd to 3rd round talents before as projected UDFAs. So we're going to keep looking. Eventually we'll get lucky, hopefully. But next year I'm definitely going to do running back because I'm getting scared. But let's get to the end of the year and will we win another game? Okay, now 4-13 is our thing. Let's see, Logan Lewis was kind of horrible this year. 19 touchdowns, 14 picks. His worst year in a while. He just isn't that good. I mean, I know it isn't a great offense around him, obviously, but I've had quarterbacks do a lot better with a lot worse. He got sacked 50 times though. All right, Jalen Warren was not good. 1,000 yards for Matthias as a rookie. Hopefully he can get offensive rookie of the year. Should I check what his dev trade is now? I guess so, why not? Okay, only star, that's what I figured, but hopefully he gets offensive rookie of the year so that can go up to superstar. But Barnett, 1,000 yards, almost 1,000 for Truman, but the blocking. Let's move Andre James back to center, or guard or something. KJ Vernon sucked. Ray Bates sucked. Derek Calhoun sucked. Holiday was the only one who did well. Only allowed 1 sack. But our O-line isn't even that bad. If anyone should be horrible, it should be Vernon or one of the guards. I guess Calhoun was bad, but why is it our two, like, highest overall linemen that are doing the worst? I mean, 10 sacks from center is worse than 13 sacks from right tackle, I would say, and then obviously 18 sacks is not good. So our two highest linemen did the worst. Shocker. But Ivan Pace, 116 tackles, TFLs, 16 for Carl Collins, 15 for Luvu, 11 for Edwards, 10 for Pace, and sacks. What happened? 5 for Huff, 3 for Luvu, 2.5 for Collins. Oh, his name is Carl. I didn't even mean to say Carl. I forgot about that. Unfortunately, though, Connor Bass wasn't great as a rookie. 9 TFLs is cool, but only 1 sack. Hopefully, he's not going to be good enough to get Defensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, maybe, because not many rookies will be playing at this point, but it's unlikely. And then picks, we had 5 total on the year. All right. Well, MVP, we're obviously not going to have anyone. Offensive Player of the Year, probably not either. Defensive Player of the Year, probably not either. But Offensive Rookie of the Year, please, thank you. Taylor Matthias wins it. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, also, please. This one's a lot more unlikely. Yeah, all the way down at 6 for Connor Bass. So he wasn't. He had every opportunity to be great. He just wasn't. I'm questioning if this defensive playbook is better than the Ravens was. I mean, at least our pass D was solid, but is it even any different? I guess the Ravens do have, or the Titans do have, what's his name? From the Ravens, Denard Wilson. So it might just be the same scheme. I might have just switched the playbook to the same playbook. This is going to be a long rebuild. Let's get into the offseason. We'll do our same strategy of trying to find good dev trait free agents. Oh, we have to re-sign Logan Lewis. He's not very expensive, thankfully. I forgot to check re-signings at the midseason, so that's not great. I definitely should have, but oh well. Nothing I can do now. We'll re-sign Connor Bass, who only went up like, I guess he went up 5 overall, but I was hoping for more. Oh, he rejects us. We can bring him back, probably. If not, he wasn't very good anyways. I don't know how many of these players I want back. These guys are all pretty replaceable. So let's get into free agency. And again, let's see if there are any, recent UDFAs. Oh, Gil English. Weird name, but was he undrafted? Oh, no. Whoever drafted him cut him, even though he was a 2nd-round pick. All right. Let's check these guys. Carlisle, probably not, but 3rd-round pick. Patterson, 3rd-round pick. Okay, whatever. I'll look through and we'll see if we can find anyone decent. Okay, not as good of a free agent class this year as last year. There just weren't as many, star dev players. I mean, there were a few, but just bringing back Bass, maybe a kicker and punter. We'll see if these guys are decent. I guess we have Justin Tucker, so we don't, I don't really pay much attention to, like, kicker and punter for the rules of the rebuild, but I think Carter and O'Doyle were both undrafted. I'm going to be honest, I didn't check, but I'm just assuming. I don't really care, though. But I made sure all these guys were undrafted, so we'll see if they want to sign. We get 4 of them. I don't know if we're going to get Love. Okay, we do. And then Dylan Mann is the only one who doesn't sign, the worst player we're going for, so whatever. Let's get to the draft. Oh, yeah, and I want to see our dev traits. Did we get any good ones? Okay, Matthias thankfully went up to Superstar. I don't think he got any XP, though. I mean, not much, at least. He did get 6,000, so I guess he went up 1 overall, but that isn't a whole lot for an award like that. I'm so mad. I was literally thinking, I wonder if Will Dunn has Superstar, because he has so many good traits, and he does. I should have started him, but I guess we can start him this year, because Myers is really regressing. Yeah, I guess Dunn can be the 3. And then, I don't think we got any dev traits on defense. Well, I guess we did get a couple. Blankenship, but he's old. And then, did Ward just get Superstar? No, he had it. I'm stupid. I've done that like 30 times in this rebuild. I just can't keep track of these dev traits. But okay, let's get to the draft and we'll see what we can do. But okay, in the draft, we pick at number 3. And there is still not a good interior offensive linemen that we can take. There are a couple draftable ones, but 2 day 3s. Like, there just has not been a good one. Tyquan Glover we'll take eventually. I don't know if I'm going to take him yet. There was a good receiver who had a deep route, probably day 3. Yeah, good call. Corey Ridley. Let's see. Is there someone similar to the receiver we took last year? I guess Max Dorsett. He has elite agility and acceleration. A short route. This kind of just looks like the guy we took last year. Sure. Probably not as good, but 73, that's not too bad. No dev trait, though. That sucks. But, hey, I mean, if you want to find a good projected UDFA receiver or just receiver in general, look for someone who looks like that. Just sort by agility and see if they have, like, elite change direction, agility, and acceleration. And I focus scouted a running back day 3. All right. We should be able to find a good projected UDFA running back, but actually, I don't even know because none of these guys look very good. Let's see. Let's go with Is there a good blocking tight end? We don't need another one, but Brian McCain looks good. He's not ranked 151. Okay, well, at least he's draftable. Let's go with the running back, Dominic Pippin. He's fine. No dev trait, though. Great. There are some really good players left here. We just can't take any of them, but I'll make the rest of these picks, and we'll see if we can find someone decent. Ooh, Glover does have hidden dev. We'll start him. Why not? He'll be our left tackle. That's not very smart, but to be fair, we've had a horrible left tackle play anyways, so why not? But all right, here's how we did in the draft. Max Dorsett, 73 overall. He's pretty good. McCain is whatever. We really haven't found that good of a blocking tight end. Well, other than the two we haven't found a great blocking tight end. Not that I've been trying super hard to find another one, because we don't really need another one, but still. And Dominic Pippin is whatever. Tyquan Glover will start somewhere. We'll see. Corey Ridley, pretty good. Stephon Barton had hidden dev, so he might be our starter at running back this year, which is questionable, but Jalen Warren's been bad, to be fair, so we'll see. But what's even the upside with Barton? Like, if he does well, he'll be like a 75 overall. He has no shot of winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't want to start him. I already changed my mind. And then Ben Cook is whatever. Let's get into is this year 6 or year 5? It feels like year 6. But all right, at the midseason point of year 5, we are 2-5. I'm realizing I forgot to show the team heading into the year. I guess I'll do that now after it's developed a little bit. I also changed the depth chart a little bit. I forgot to put Glover at left tackle, and Steele has been bad, big surprise. But yeah, nothing too notable, so I guess it doesn't really matter that I forgot to show it. Team's just whatever still. We're still trying to develop it. We're getting closer though, I hope. But yeah, that's it. I already re-signed the players, so let's get to the end of the year. Okay, this might have been year 6. Because we went 6-11, 6-11, 6-11, right? And then 4-13, 4-13, now 4-13 again. This is not going as well as I hope. Should I make the decision to just go one more year, or should we go a couple more? I don't know. It's hard to make this team better. I feel like I remember the other ones I've done going better, like the UDFA rebuilds. There's just been nobody good that we've had scouted. Have we had someone better than a 3rd to 4th round talent? I don't know. Well, we drafted a 1st round talent, but nobody like fully scouted. Believe it or not easy to only add undrafted players to your team. Crazy, I know. Let's do one more year. We'll try to find a good running back, and we'll see what happens. I guess we should go over the stats a little bit too. Logan Lewis really just has not been great, but it doesn't help that he's been sacked 48 times this year. Jalen Warren was better, at least in terms of yards per carry, than last year, so running back isn't even really our big problem anymore. Is our offense different? Why is Barnett only getting less than 800 yards? And the blocking, yeah, Vernon sucked. Glover was horrible. James was bad. Steele, of course, I benched him. Even Bates wasn't good. Even Calhoun wasn't good at right guard. That's rough. Who do we want to re-sign? Oh, we have to re-sign Barnett, who's now up to a 96, by the way, but he's going to be wanting a lot of money, obviously. We're probably going to have to tag him. I doubt he takes this, but maybe. Oh, he does. Okay. Crockett is a what if we played him at tackle? He is a blocking tight end. He looks like a lineman. He resigns. Rodriguez, 5th year, I guess. Roseman started, but I don't think he was very good. He resigns, whatever. Poona Ford is 34. And let's see if there are any good free agents. I wonder if any of these guys up here went undrafted. I mean, I doubt it, but we might as well check. No. Okay. Ooh, wait. Hold on. Superstar dev QB. Spencer Allen. No, he was drafted. He just got cut. All right, whatever. That was our ticket out of this hell. Why did they draft a quarterback just to cut him? I mean, he has superstar dev. It's not like he was, I don't know. Pretty much everyone in free agency at this point was drafted. We're getting to the point where, undrafted players will never really see the field for most teams. Sherrod Cameron at D tackle was undrafted at least. But we're looking for guys that have been developed by other teams as undrafted players, and there just aren't really any. All right, this is the worst free agent class we're gonna have so far, but there's just nobody. So Sherrod Cameron, Timmy Howard, Cordell Ross. I mean, Sherrod Cameron could actually be pretty good. I think he'll start, as sad as that is. We'll see though. But let's get to the draft, and please tell me there's a good running back. Please. Again, I think this is going to be the final year, so I'm sorry if this was disappointing, but I'm definitely glad I also decided to draft players instead of just actually sign players that went undrafted, or else this would have legitimately been impossible. God, there isn't a running back better than a day 3 player as a UDFA. Why? Where are all these? It's not hard to find decent players that are projected to go undrafted. drafted? Why is it that our focus positions always just happen to be weak positions? Because running back was, I think, a weak position in this class too. I can't remember for sure, but ooh, wait a minute. J Falk, projected UDFA, we'll see. But yeah, this just feels a little unlucky, but it's not like it's an easy challenge to begin with. But let's see, I think we're gonna go with another blocking tight end. Richard Duffy. This might be the most bench reps I've ever seen for a tight end in Madden, 30. The only problem is he doesn't have A awareness, so I don't know if he's amazing, but like, we'll still take him. Ranked 97, somehow a B+ pick, even though we picked him at number 2, because that makes sense. Sure. And we don't even, I was thinking maybe it gives you a better grade if you need the position, but tight end is our strongest position by far. So it's questionable why I'm drafting one, but to be fair, it's not like we can find many good players here in general, so whatever. There's no point in drafting, you know, for need if everyone sucks. Let's see, I might just take all running backs for the rest of this draft, because like, that's what we need, I guess. Will Larson, he's 23. He is fast, but 23. Bobby Canty, sure, no dev trait. Kendrick Farrell does have a dev trait. Okay, we'll see. He'll be our last running back pick. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Please tell me he's still here. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Okay, he is. J Falk, not as good as I thought he could be. I completely forgot about him. But 3rd to 4th round talent. That's one of the best, I mean, tied for the best player we've seen so far. At least that we've scouted. Ranked 92, got him at 130. We'll take it. Don't know where he's going to play, if he'll play at all, but sure. And let's see. Gerald Crawford is apparently draftable. Did I focus scout him? I must have. He's whatever. And last pick of this rebuild. Let's try to make it a decent one, if possible. Day 3. Can't take him. He doesn't look that good anyways. Also, day 3. Whatever. Oh, no. Charvarius Ward retired. I should have been, like, you know, keeping track of who's retired and everything like that. That's not great. Our offense has actually passed our defense up in overall, though. That's interesting. It's probably too late to find a corner here, though. I don't even know if there was one to begin with that was good. Henry Baker looks like an okay defensive tackle, but not good enough to start. I just don't know if there is anyone else here that's good enough to start, even for this year. Or at least just for this year, I should say. I mean, maybe someone here could develop into a starter someday, but like, again, this is the last year. Let's see. Jamal Barkley has elite acceleration, but C to F finesse moves, F almost everything else. I'm probably good. Thanks, though. Is there anyone with any elite traits left for anything? Because I'll take them if there is, if they don't look like garbage. Let's see. Eric Hilton, elite speed. Oh, he is A pursuit, but we'll see. He could be our pick, as sad as that is. Let's see. Bo Dockery has elite speed and change of direction, but not great strength and bad for most ratings, so that's great. I think I'll go with Hassan Black, A press, at least C zone, elite jumping for whatever that's worth. I mean, that's cool for a corner. We'll take him. Probably not great, but whatever. Ranked 173, picked at 194. Hidden dev, sure. But all right, here's how we did in the draft. It was absolutely a draft, that is for sure. I feel like I've said that exact same thing for every draft so far. I mean, what else is there to say? It's not great, but it's what we got to do. But here's a look at the team heading into the final year. Only an 82 overall, and I accidentally picked a scenario that gave us -10 morale. It was like the first storyline I've clicked in a while, and of course I wasn't fully paying attention, and I picked there won't be a competition for whatever, and I don't know why it ruins the whole team's morale. Like, even if you're a backup, fine, but why would that impact the starters? They're already starting. Why would they would want there to not be a competition, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand that scenario, but I mean, it could be a positive thing. It feels like the better overall team you have, the worse you do. But I guess that hasn't really been the case here, because we've actually been bad, and we've been bad. So we'll have to see how this team does. We'll do everything we can to make this team good, but it ain't looking good, I'm gonna be honest. If you want to see a more successful rebuild, look at any other rebuild I've done on the channel after this video. This is just a hard one. Okay, well, here we are at the end of the final year, and honestly, we're up to an 85 overall. That is not bad. Let me check real quick where that ranks in the league. Definitely not like the best or anything, but maybe not the worst. It could be. Okay, it might be the worst, actually. Damn, every team here is like a 90. Okay, so we are still the worst. The Bears are only an 86, so they're close. They probably had a much better record, though. Maybe not. That's tough. But hey, we tried our absolute best. I think our biggest downfall, again, again was just not that many good projected UDFAs. Like, we found what, like 4 that were scouted as 3rd to 4th round talents, and those are like the best we found. I mean, of course, we drafted some that were a little better than that, but this was a hard rebuild, but not even that horrible of a team. And I mean, it's getting there. Like, we're improving slowly. It's just slowly. Like, Connor Bass has developed up to an 81 now at only 24. I mean, Christopher Barnett is up to a 97 overall, has been really productive. Just honestly, the offensive line and just the defense as a whole, honestly, even our quarterback and running back, despite our quarterback being a good overall, he's been pretty terrible. Like, I know these stats wouldn't be the worst for real life, but for Madden, this is like legitimately the worst, I bet. Yeah, he was the worst quarterback in the league, at least in terms of passer rating. Despite being an 89, like, he's the 20th ranked, which isn't amazing, but that's solid. But unsurprisingly, we finished 2-15 in the final year. So I probably won't be doing this again. If I do, I'll make it much easier. But if you want to see a more successful version of this, I just did a 7th round only rebuild. That was in Madden 24, but I mean, it's Madden. The game's almost identical, so it's pretty much the same. So feel free to watch that if you want to, but I hope y'all enjoyed my struggling today. Again, leave a like on the video if you did. It'll let me know you want to see something similar, but again, a lot easier than this. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and with that, I will see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.